fought their way through that lower bracket, and now they find themselves with an opportunity to maybe cause the biggest upset of the HCS so far.
Yes, here you go, perhaps a tale that is becoming as old as time. It's C9 versus Optic Gaming. This is the match that we came for. This is the match that many expected to see. One side of the stage in blue, one side of the stage in green. At the end of the day, though, that stage will be decked out in one single color. And the question is, which will it be?
Well, you can see both teams just want to get into the series. Last minute adjustments being made. Last little bit of team talk going down as we head towards our first game. The trophy is there. All 4 players on each team just locked in for what could be a very, very long series.
Could be indeed, and I think as neutral fans of competitive Halo, and as many of you at home are as well, you just want to see the best gameplay. That's what we want to see too. This series could go the distance either way. We will have a ton of games. This is a best of 7 to kick things off.
Well, it's Sunday night, everybody, and you know what that means. It's time for your grand finals here in Anaheim. We got a best of 7. We got Cloud9. We've got Optic Gaming. And we're starting off here on Livefire.
It's going to be a hot start needed for the side of Optic Gaming if they want to compete against the best team in the world. It's Cloud9. Here we go, game number 1.
No messing around here, everybody. Strap yourselves in because we could be here for a while as we start off watching the POV of a man who has put up some crazy statistics today. And that, of course, is Optic Gaming's Lucid.
Crazy stats, some crazy plays, and some crazy baits as well on the ball. He's going to pick up that first one and just one step ahead of StelluR on that opening.
Last player alive, though, is Lucid. One player who can even it up, though. It's going to be him. Here comes Eco.
Oh,
there almost goes Eco as well. The grenade would take him down. More importantly, though, Cloud9 have their hands on that ball.
Early time for Cloud9. Heat wave in the hand for Eco as well. But if that doesn't sum up Lucid, I don't know what does. He's the last player alive. He almost takes down 3/4 of Cloud9.
Pistola going to have an overshield. Going to have it stripped away, but not without getting away with his life. A couple of players going to be rotating here from Cloud9, just trying to use that ball as bait at the moment. Pznguin going to be challenged here by Pistola, and you got to do that if you're going to take down C9. Renegade's top middle, though. Lucid left alone again.
Early control here from side of Cloud9, and Lucid just trying to stay alive, finding himself pinned and pinched once again. Oh, hits the body shot somehow. The nade comes in to help, but already early control, early points on the board for Cloud9.
21 points and rising here for C9. A really, really strong hold from them. It was StelluR who slid out to get that double kill. Renegade will pick up the first in the team fight now. APG will manage to take him down. StelluR trying to chase down this kill, though. Manages to do so. 2 dead here for Optic. On the same side, though, you could say. And it's even numbers as Eco's going to have to rotate that ball towards StelluR. But what a play that is.
Yeah, look, Renegade's pointing tower. Perfect at rotate. All they have to do is find out if any players are coming bottom middle. One of them is named Ola. That's already a man advantage once again for the side of Cloud9. It feels like every single moment there's at least 1 player or 2 players dead on Optic Gaming, and that point will continue.
2v2 on the map. Pznguin with ball in hand, though. Eco going to drop behind TriPPPeY, takes him out with that Heatwave APG. Going to be there to clean up the kills, so it'll be trades either side. But while all of these kills are being traded out, the Oddball's still in the hands of Cloud9 here. It's 46-0. APG now trying to put the pressure on that Oddball carrier.
Optic Gaming certainly conceding a lot of points early on. Generally, when you see Cloud9 play this game type, they're pretty happy just playing control-based, but they're not just playing control-based, they're also playing point-based. They have a ton of points on the board.
They do. However, this is a chance now. TriPPPeY picking up the first kill is going to give them numbers, as well as that Pistola has the HP to take any kind of fight with that overshield in his hands as well. The ball has been rotated back to the garage here by Optic Gaming. This is the opportunity they need. They have 24 points on the board. Renegade, though, with the opener here onto Lucid. Pznguin follows up with a kill onto APG.
And look at this. I mean, once again, you do not see mistakes very often from the side of Cloud9. It's a good trade there coming in, so it's going to be happy with that, but 3 dead, 4 dead for a second on the side of Optic Gaming. They will continue scoring on the side of Cloud9.
Efficiency there as well, as immediately off the back of that 4 dead, it's Cloud9 who have the Oddball in their hands. They know that kills don't mean too much if you ain't got the time to back it up as well. Lucid's going to fall. APG now going to have the Heatwave in his hand. 62 points and rising still for Cloud9. Optic kind of struggling to get a hold at the moment. The rotations have been the standout so far for me from Cloud9. It looks like Optic at times are just chasing shadows.
Yeah, they certainly have been chasing. It's been fantastic rotations. Even when Cloud9 finds themselves in the 2v4 scenarios, as you saw earlier, they're able to rotate the ball away from their opponents. And in a game like Oddball, it can be a game of keep away. And even when you only have 2 players alive, if you're in the right positioning, covering the right angles, you can put even more points on the board.
Ola picks up 1, StelluR trades it out, Lucid picks up another. Now, look at the scores, starting to close together a little bit here. The gap is getting shorter and shorter. Wow. Renegade showing that you have to hit every single pellet of every single bullet in this game if you want to win a fight. Now he's going to move forward with that sniper rifle in his hand. 52 points on the board here, 68 to Cloud9. It's much, much closer than it was a few moments ago.
Yeah, Optic did really well to bring that back, even though we saw some exchanges and kills going the way of Cloud9 on the hour edge towards the dummies and power-up. Lots of points on the board for the side of Optic. Only a 10-point game here.
Renegade trying to work with Eco and Pznguin to pick up these kills by the dummies. Also working to get that overshield in their hands. Swaps one piece of equipment out for another. Now the push will come in, but look at the score. We're pretty much tied up at this point. However, this is the first time we've seen Renegade and Cloud9 with an overshield in hand. He picks up one, he picks up two. Maybe looking to turn it for three as well. Pistola, he'll go down. Triple for Renegade.
Might not hit it with the snipe, but he had the time to hit it. This is going to be maybe an unofficial X-Term. No, he drops down, he chases. That was the last player alive. Who else but Lucid to stay alive in that scenario, but not before a lot of damage is on the board. They're already at 90 points.
Just about to cross that 90-point mark. Like you say, Eco's in position to play ball as well. To fall here for Cloud9. Pznguin using the repulsor to get himself behind cover for a few seconds, but that's now 3 dead for Cloud9. Lucid looking to play bodyguard here for the teammate who's managed to pick up that ball. He might actually be able to flank behind Eco here, but Eco more than aware that player is flanking. Not only takes Lucid down, but also picks up the double.
Should be a play ball here. Yep, ball's going to go off the edge, but C9's in a pretty good position to have control once again.
They are indeed. They only need 9 points on the board as well to take home this first round. Pistola still in the death screen. Renegade also in the death screen. And at the moment, Pznguin is just having to try and run away and scurry away with that ball in his hands. Turns his attention now to those players behind. 98 points, gets the stick on Pistola. But Pistola manages to pick up the kill, but it doesn't matter too much. 4 dead for Optic. That will be round 1. Going to Cloud9.
Cloud9 wasting no time. As we said, sometimes they play a very Slayer-dominant oddball and objective in general, but specifically oddball. This time, though, they're making sure they got the points on the board early, very, very efficient, and maybe even more clinical than average.
Renegade, who had the biggest play of the series so far, and we're only a couple of minutes into it with that triple kill, almost managed to secure an overkill. He's going to be moving towards that power-up once more. Off the break here, you can see all smiles for Renegade as well. It looks like, unfortunately, we've had a player drop out of the lobby by the looks of things, so hopefully we can get back into it as soon as possible. If you're wondering why the players have got big smiles on their faces, because they know that this is looking a little bit too easy for them, feeling a little bit too easy for them as they do rotate around the map.
I thought it was just Renegade taking the Dummies Express there, hitting the perfect curve slides all the way across the map, but as you say, a player has dropped out immediately upon the start of the second round, which, thankfully, in regards to the scoreboard, is not going to be a harm or a foul in terms of that round being calculated.
Where else is the question? Live fire is where we go back. It is going to be C9 who have that round advantage as we head into what will be the second round of Oddball.
Moment to breathe there, maybe a moment to catch their breath for the side of Optic Gaming. They can come into this second round with a renewed focus potentially rather than having to dive right into the action. We'll have to see if that tactical timeout opportunity gives them a chance to reset here in our second round.
One thing that did impress me with C9 though, you got to remember that Optic have been playing for a while now. They are warmed up, they are ready to go. C9 look like they've been playing the same amount of games. They jumped straight into that first round and they were straight on the money. The tempo was there, the rhythm was there, as now we're back underway in our grand finals. Eco and Lucid will trade out a few kills to start with. Eco now is going to land from Clouds and pick up 1 kill. Not the 9 maybe you would have wanted if that was physically possible, but the heat wave is going to find its way into the hands of Lucid here. No oddball time really to speak of so far. I wouldn't call it a decisive lead, but it certainly is a lead here of 1-0 to Optic.
That ball's going to get all the way back on the other side of the map, so Lucid's going to have to figure out how he wants to push out a tower here. I checked the forecast. There's one thing on the menu. It's a heat wave, but it'll actually fall down onto dummy door, so that'll be down. Look for C9 to try to snag that if they can.
2v2 here on the map. Stoller's going to be pushing down, but StelluR's going to be putting him under pressure. Eco got taken down in that push as well. So now you're going to see StelluR once again playing his life, hitting a nice jump and making sure that he is a difficult kill. This time he doesn't quite make it, but he's going to be under pressure, hits some good shots. APG also hits a body to escape, and I like this from APG as well. Recognizing that getting the kill there isn't too important, just leave StelluR there.
Just leave it, call it out, and trust that your teammates will be there. Also, you got Coach Lunchbox behind you who can stress those call-outs. He can look at all the screens and say, this kill needs to be yours, Trippy. This kill needs to be yours, StelluR. He can direct the traffic as much as he needs to. So it's a few points early on for the side of Optic Gaming, and we'll see if they can connect the dots to continue slaying right now. Right now, leading in the slaying category.
Still have the ball in their hands as well. 15-1. There's going to be a repulsor jump up to top middle from TriPPPeY, who has that mangler in his hands. The power-up's going to be jumping into the map in around 20 seconds or so as well. So you're seeing Optic already make a little bit of an early rotation here, but as you can see from the top left-hand side of your screen, it's TriPPPeY who's left alone for now, as all of his other teammates have fallen.
Doesn't get a hit marker there, surprisingly, and also doesn't get a trade there. You can see he leans back there, a little scrunch of the eyebrows. Unsurprising, surprised to see exactly how that one played out, but while all that happens, there's a few points on the board for Cloud9, 2 dead momentarily for both sides. There's a power-up pop.
APG managed to get the power-up in his hands, but I'm not sure if he actually managed to engage it. Renegade's going to be last alive here, and he has that plasma pistol in his hands. Pistola is going to appear out of nowhere. A little shoulder shuffle coming in. Lucid there for the help as well, and Pistola somehow survives.
Stuff like that, so that's what you need to see from Ola. There's nothing scarier than looking straight at space and all of a sudden a Pistola appears and starts to take down half of your team. That's exactly what he just did. That's a nice slaying and a numbers advantage for the side of Optic Gaming. Now here they are leading 32-16.
Love this rotation as well. They've moved the ball back to Garage. Eco is going to survive for now. A couple of missed shots with the Mangler there from Pistola is going to allow Eco to get away with his life. But now the rotation has come back in once more. This time it's towards Tower. Pistola a little bit more accurate this time, but StelluR is going to use that repulsor to turn Pistola into a pancake.
Ball gets played. There's one thing we got to talk about. Everyone in the game has either 4 or 3 kills right now. Lucid has 10. He's 10 and 3 right now. This is a very different round number 2 for Lucid. However, Sniper in the hands of StelluR.
Top tower control locked down by StelluR as well. Lucid going to be challenging. A couple of warning shots, nothing quite connecting yet, though, for StelluR. 2 kills fall to his teammates, though. Lucid picks up one, APG picks up another. So now it's a 2v2 on the map. An opportunity to make a play, and it's going to be Lucid who gets the trade.
2 of the best players in the game going up against each other, going at each other's throats. Not surprising that they trade over at C. That sniper will fall down in the plat, and just like that, it's a 6-point game.
TriPPPeY trying to escape with his ball. Instead, he's going to try and escape with his life. Pistola is there to help out his teammate, though. Pistola with no shields. TriPPPeY with no life to speak of. Eco now trying to pressure Lucid, who tries to slide across the key door. Whoa. But no. He won't get the kill, as Lucid somehow will survive. StelluR has to come back, though, to finish the job.
Well, StelluR there literally jumps over all of the heat wave spread. You actually saw it on the wall, exactly where the spread hit, and StelluR just knew to jump right over that shot. Great awareness from him. No points on the board through these exchanges. Both teams really just fighting for control here, but very nice work in the back of house from StelluR.
Ola trying to escape. Expect that oddball to be picked up by a Cloud9 member any time now. Renegade was the player who got the opening pick to allow the ball to move over to them. There's APG, Sniper, and Heatwave in the hand of Renegade here. Pznguin picks up one on APG. Pressure coming in now, but it's going to be stopped because Pznguin's just picked up 2.
Look at the movement here from both StelluR and Renegade, just hitting the drop slides and curb slides perfectly during all that. 2 still dead. Lead will change in a moment here. Now here they go, 40-39.
If you want an example of how efficient Cloud9 are, the man who picks the ball up has Sniper Heatwave in his hands. That's what they do. That's how they get the job done. Now it's been exchanged off to a teammate, and now Renegade can go to work with these weapons in hand.
The distance traveled in drop slides and curb slides over the past few minutes has been about a mile between Renegade and StelluR. Every time they're on a little bit of a ledge, they're just watching the min-maxing of that ability. So difficult to time, but they're hitting it every time, and now just like that, Optic Gaming, though, answering back. They're going to tie the game once again.
3 dead. Optic Gaming going to the lead here, and APG just made a play over at dummies. Here comes Lucid to clean things up. Now, where are the spawns coming in here, and where is the rotation going to be with that oddball? This is the moment that Optic need to recognize where C9 are appearing back on the map.
Lucid there thinking about repulsor jumping up top. Instead, he's just going to come back down. Here comes the rotations bottom middle, and also looks like the push is coming through dummies.
Maybe Lucid got a little bit overzealous there, pushing with that heat wave. I understand he wants to get those kills. I understand he wants to hold C9 back, but escaping with a life sometimes a better thing to do. Pistola there to pick up 1 kill. The oddball is going to be played, though, as Cloud9 do try and collapse. It's a 72-46 lead here in the hands of Optic. C9, though, looking to answer back, but look at this. Optic off the respawn, looking to rotate that ball back to Garage.
Optic with the house rotation. Renegade hits a beautiful drop side all the way out to dummies, but gets caught out because the players of Optic there were ready for it. It's going to be an even side, 3 versus 3 momentarily, and now we will see Cloud9 with a slight man advantage. Will they push off of it?
Camo going to be popping in a few seconds as well. You can see it in front of Pznguin. Great push coming in from C9 on the dummy side of the map. That means they're going to secure that power-up. 2 fall for Optic as well, and that means time for Pznguin.
Once again, you're seeing C9. They will get to an area of the map. They will slay. They will overslay just a bit if they need to, just to get control like this. They've got the power-up. They might be down by 20 points, but they are on the comeback here.
Pznguin with ball in hand, Mangler camo in the hands of StelluR. APG, he's going to have the heat wave, but it doesn't matter because the shots are crispy and connecting from StelluR.
Oh my God.
My goodness, Lucid. Forget about the Mangler, that's much more fun to watch.
Look at the smile on his face, too. Who does this against Cloud9? Unbelievable work, and immediately picks up the ball as well. He's going to rotate it, too. This is the Lucid show. And 14 points to go for this.
This is what you need to do, right? He's got the sniper in his hands, but he understands that to beat Cloud9, to take a round from Cloud9, you have to do the objective as well. Everybody has to do everything. Renegade now going to be challenging. Tries to get that kill on the ball carrier, but can't quite connect.
Unlucky there. You see trying to do a lot, but he's in a 1v2, and one of the best players to play the game, but when you're going up against 2 players on Cloud9, not... Oh, my God, that's what we're talking about. Renegade hits what a double kill and made it look so easy. Down by 10 points, but they're coming back in it once again.
Renegade showing that there are landmines in Halo Infinite as well, as he just destroyed 2 players who are at the back of green. And with that, it looks like Cloud9 have now got a setup at the back of the tower. They will go into the lead here as they cross Optic Gaming score. They need 9 points to win this one. Where's the push coming from Optic? Pznguin with the oddball beat down. He picks up the kills required. Now he's just trying to dodge around the geometry, but with 1 second left. The break comes in from Optic, but C9 get the ball in their hands. They will pick up the first map of the series. And I tell you what, if that game is any indication of how this series is going to go, it's going to go the long way.
It really will. Fantastic matchup there. Our first game, in the end, Optic Gaming able to put up a good fight in round number 2, but C9 with a bit of a heartbreaking moment there as they were going to come back into the game. They were down by over 20 points. They bring the game all the way back, and they say, not so fast. We're not interested in going to a round number 3. We've got dinner plans, and we're going to do this very quickly. Cloud9, they take your first game. Yeah,
Cloud9 not just the most efficient team in-game, but looking like the most efficient team out of game as well. Late arrival and early leaving at the moment is the plan for Cloud9. Get in, get out, pick up another trophy. And I'm sure the C9 fans will be absolutely fine with that if they do manage to go back-to-back with land victories today. For Optic, a few things to think about, though, but also a few positives to take away from that first game.
Definitely. I think we saw a much better Optic in round number 2. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights here from this. This is round number 1 you might have caught here. And time and time again, it felt like, and this is Renegade, first of all, missing the triple, but then catches it anyway on the killing spree. And just as, like we said, I think Lottie said it best on the desk. We knew this series was going to be a highlight reel, and game 1 already delivered.
Yeah, this shot from Lucid, by the way.
Oh, my
ridiculous.
God.
Absolutely ridiculous. The nerve of the man to go for that kind of shot is symptomatic of what you can expect to see. This was getting nervy towards the end, though. Pznguin with the beatdown with the ball, and then somehow managing to survive for just long enough. As his teammate came in, I think he picked that last second of ball time up. Means that we find ourselves into our game number 2 of our grand finals now. We're going over to Streets for some Slayer. Now, Cloud9, they've been saying themselves, have struggled on their Slayers a little bit, but throughout this weekend, I would also say that there've been some big performances from them as well.
Interestingly, both of these teams lost this match earlier on. We did see Cloud9 lose Slayer Streets to Fnatic at this event in that long-fought 5-game series. And actually, as you see here, Optic Gaming tied with C9 on Streets Slayer, 3-0 in Pro Series over the course of the month of January. As we take a look at Optic Gaming's last Slayer Streets as well, it's also a loss against E-United, 50-44. So the 2 games relatively close. However, both teams coming off of recent losses on this game type. This might be a bit more neck and neck based on those stats.
Based on those stats, it seems like neither team is going to win.
Yes. We could have an even longer night than we expected.
This is true. We'll have to work out how that resolves itself, but hopefully...
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just make the rules up as we go along, but it is an opportunity maybe for Optic to answer back. They've shown that they can match the big plays coming in from Cloud9. I think it's just the consistency of the big plays as well they need to try and match. It's so difficult to try and sum it up sometimes when you're playing against Cloud9. You can't make mistakes. You've got to be perfect, and that's pretty much it. Here we are, heading ourselves into game number 2. Optic need to match the aggression of Cloud9, and most importantly as well, if they get 2 or 3 dead, they need to make it a 4 dead as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. Come in quick and collapse on your opponents. Do not give Cloud9 the room to push back out, the room to get more points on the board and control of the map. That'll be the challenge ahead of him. Can Optic Gaming answer back in this series? They find themselves down 1-0, now looking to tie it up. Here we go, game number 2.
Don't forget about that rocket launcher as well. That can be hugely instrumental in how things start. StelluR and APG gonna exchange kills off the rip here. StelluR already aggressively pushing into Tram. Look how quickly he's got across the map, and he's immediately got a Stalker Rifle.
It's a very specific opening strategy that you just saw. StelluR goes top rail, immediately checks Neon, then immediately goes front C. His team also pushes through. A few kills exchanged, but Cloud9 clearly pulling things out of the playbook here for the opening starts.
Renegade finds one. Renegade finds two. Pistola, you're the triple! Renegade! 3 in a row. Optic 4 dead.
That's a full base trade from Cloud9. Like we said, that is out of the C9 playbook. They fly straight to C. They go up Neons. They win the Rockets. And then on the backwards rotation, they pick up all the kills. They're already up by 7.
8-1. Optic only managed to pick up 1 kill so far in this game. And C9 look like they want to remind everybody that this is going to be their final. At the moment, though, they got some work to do still. 10-3 the score. Eco looking to put more pressure on. Stalker rifle in the hands of Lucid. AR in the hands of Eco. Pznguin picks up 1 onto Lucid to clean out PD. That means Eco can face forward and try and cut mid-map.
Eco styling on the fools with the pink AR. Look at this. He's just dancing around now. They have quadrupled, excuse me, their opponent's score at 14-3. And this is one of the best starts we've ever seen. We have 2 players goosed on Optic, TriPPPeY and Ola, yet to be on the board.
TriPPPeY picks up 1 though. That's the least going to take him off Goose Watch. Renegade manages to escape with his life. TriPPPeY also will join Pistola on... Excuse me, Pistola. He's still going to be on 0 kills. TriPPPeY picks up his 2nd of the game and also finds a Bulldog. Now, 14-7. Doubling up on the score is Cloud9 here. And you can see that Optic just starting to look a little bit staggered. TriPPPeY's trying to wait for a teammate, trying to see if anyone is in position to help him. But while all this time is elapsing, you can see the C9 are just getting together and making sure they're making pushes on the other side of the map. StelluR's found himself a rocket launcher. That's 2 in a row now for C9, and this is bad news. If you're an Optic fan, he finds 1 and almost connects with a second 2.
Way to continue the streak here. I will say Optic Gaming did slow this down, right? It was 14-3, now it's 18-11. It's a 7-kill game, and Optic Gaming knows that there's a lot of time to find their footing. We're early on in this game. Yes, it was a big lead for the side. Oh boy, trying to find out what's going on around them, and a little bit of chaos there at the cafe. We'll see the side of Lucid fall. StelluR with some good pressure coming off of bottom Neon. Still a 7-kill game.
Well, Optic have got to work their way back into this game. They start to at least chip away with things. Let's see if they're cool and calm in the comms, though, by jumping in to an Astro listen-in.
You're dead, guys.
Where they at? I'm pushing up market here.
I think they have
Always in
Bulldog.
tires. They're gonna have
Cuts in
Sentinel
market.
Coming up, you
Tommy,
cuts.
you're
I'm at
by
market.
Red Alley.
Right here.
Alley.
Red Alley naded me. I'm one shot.
3 here.
Listen, guys, get your shields. We can play purple. We can play purple.
Yep. I can go purple.
I'm back.
Yeah,
PD,
they're already
though.
cuts. Already
Well, you're
cuts.
by yourself, then
You
you
have a
need to
stalker
hide.
on cuts. Push me purple.
Yeah, purple right here. I'm looking around.
Nice
Cuts
start.
one hit, guys.
Guys pushing us towers.
Can't push
Tires
that.
right now. We get tires.
Here you
3
go.
of them here.
Tires.
I got one.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back to help Justin.
Cuts. Market.
We should push this out together. Brad, you're completely alone. Brad, you're completely
Market still.
alone.
Try and get out of there, Brad.
Yo, driveway.
Alright, they're so cuts. Just hide, Brad.
Driveway's one shot. Red room.
I'm one shot. I'm dead from nades, maybe.
Need to live.
Red alley.
I'm dying from nades.
Two guys here. I need angles.
I got one shot. I shot him once.
Alright, try and
One
live.
shot market.
Bulldog down.
Guys,
Bulldog
stop
down there.
leaving each other. We're just
Rockets are
walking
up at
away from
30.
each other.
Fires one. 2 fires.
Even though Optic were on the back foot off the rip here, you can see that they're still cool. They're still calm. They're still communicating. And it's reflecting on the score now, Andy. It is just a 6-kill game. It's very different from just a few moments ago.
Yeah, they're keeping this one close. They managed to make sure that C9's not running away with anything. And credit to Optic there. You pointed it out perfectly, though. They're so calm, and they're not worried about what might happen here in these next moments. Once again, keeping the game within 6. And it doesn't matter if they're winning, losing, if it's a big deficit. Optic Gaming knows what they need to do to communicate, but C9 with so much pressure and a rocket grab as well.
3rd rocket grab in a row for C9. And even though Optic have done some hard work here, some hard yards to get back into this game, the rocket launcher in the hands of Renegade might just make it a little bit more difficult, but one's not going to connect. Good news for Optic.
That's very rare. As you've seen with the plays that we've seen from Power Weapon, that's more like it from Renegade. Usually those rockets connect, and right now they'll be up once again by 7 kills, and even though Cloud9 might not be quadrupling their opponent's score anymore, they're very happy to continue trading at this pace.
Pznguin picks up 1 onto Pistola as well, and now look at this flank coming in from Renegade. Takes out APG. Eco's still going to be doing damage front of Tram as well. Pznguin's coming to join his teammate Renegade now just to clean this final player out, but TriPPPeY at least manages to take down 1. Can Pznguin get in position to trade the kill out? It looks like TriPPPeY's escaped for now, but there's Eco.
This is dangerous because now we have the side of Cloud9 already at the 31 mark, and this is where things start to get dicey. If you're on the side of Optic Gaming, you can no longer afford to trade at this pace. It will start to get out of hand. You've got StelluR, 8 kills already on the board. Renegade with 9 as well.
Lucid picks up the kill, but the plasma grenade that was left behind is going to get the trade here. Now, for Optic, you need to get this next set of rockets. It really is as simple as that. 4 in a row for C9. You ain't going to win too many games of Slayer by giving them 4 sets of rockets.
Ola there, trying to get crafty around back PD. Found himself alone, and not much he could do pushing out of that. Still quite a margin here. Now it's 9 kills once again. Cloud9 starting to pull away just a little bit more.
Lucid picks up one onto Renegade. Eco now moving down the driveway, looking to see if he can slither behind enemy lines.
The trigger discipline.
Seems the 2 players, gives that information away as the Rockets are going to be coming up here in 13 seconds. Now, massive moment in this game. If Optic can get them, there's a chance. If not, this might be game number 2.
They don't know about Eco. They do not know about Eco unless someone gets an angle on him. Eco's going to be able to help out with that team shot. Actually going to rotate back around here.
That's because one player fell from C9 in the build-up here. Pistola now going to push forward. Look at the baiting and switching, though. Pistola got baited out, and he took the bait. Rockets, where are you? APG's got him. Eco's hunting him down, though. That was 1 rocket fired by APG. There's 2, no kills. So even though Optic managed to get the rockets in their hand, they weren't efficient enough to put them to use.
Yeah, Optic only gets 1 in the kill differential category after those set of trades. Not exactly what they had hoped, because as I said, now we are in the danger zone, well into the danger zone, but kills being exchanged here, they bring the game back within 6, 2 dead for the side of Cloud9.
Now, this is what I was talking about. When you get 2 dead, you need to regain some map control. You need to pressure the final 2 players of Cloud9. Look at Eco here. He's been alive for around 15, 20 seconds or so without taking any damage whatsoever. And this is what can happen. If you don't deal with the last couple of players alive as quickly as possible, they can then pinch. They can cause problems here, and that's what Eco's doing.
Ping's going down here in the commercial district. Eco all business as he tries to fly around front C. 42-36 though. Optic has not only kept this game close, they've brought it a little bit closer than we saw moments ago.
Ola picks up 1 as well. The Stalker rifle in his hand. Those were some juicy, juicy shots coming in from iGtUrPistola, and they needed to be. 37-42. This one is not done and dusted, especially with the Stalker in the hands of Pistola. He'll be able to get this information and do a lot of damage, but look at the collapse now from C9.
I was going to say, Ola's going to get collapsed on for sure, just desperately trying to play these angles, but he gets taken down. All 4 players of C9 looking at Ola.
Yeah, you have to wonder where the comms were from Optic there. Microwave in the hands of Pznguin. Usually a cold water animal, but this time he's heating things up as it's 45-39. Renegade trying to push down the pink streak as well. TriPPPeY gonna challenge, TriPPPeY gonna win.
Still not over. They brought it within 5. This is the closest margin we've seen for the side of Optic in quite some time, but look at the looping and angles from Eco. 45-42, it's now within 3. Make
APG.
That 2, 45-43. It's only a 2-kill game.
APG with a killing spree. 2 kills now, the difference between the 2 teams. And look at where C9 are trapped. They're all inside of Tram. 3 minutes 50 left on the game clock as well. APG has that Bulldog. Renegade, though, picks up the kill with a Stalker rifle.
46-43, 47-43, another one from Renegade. They'll trade out, now still a 3-kill game, but only 3 to go for Cloud9 as well. If there's one team that can bring this back, we've seen Optic game and do it so many times before, 48-45.
C9 are flooding one side of the map, though. Lucid needs to get across the map as quickly as he can to help out Pistola and co, and it looks like C9 have just slowed this game down. They know they only need 2. Lucid doesn't have any rockets left, though. Optic, it's going to be just straight gunfire between the 2 teams. APG will still have that Bulldog, I believe, in his hands. 2 players from C9 retreat. StelluR's going to be working with Eco here. StelluR might be caught out. You can see
Here they go,
the call-outs are coming. Lucid picks up 1. Eco's going to be trapped mid-map as well. Eco's managed to just slide away, though. APG gets him, though. It's a 1-kill game.
It's a brilliant play call from Optic. They decide to disregard Tram. They disregard C. They come all the way back to A. It's a perfect team shot. There you go. Tied at 48. No, 49-48.
49-48. 1 kill for Cloud9. 2 kills for Optic. Question is, who's got that ice?
Oh my God, so much pressure here. You do not want to go down 2-0 against C9. It's coming in on Neons.
Push coming in from Optic Gaming as well. Renegade's trying to back up. He's got that Stalker rifle in his hand. Renegade says, I want to make the play. I want to win the game. And that's what's going to happen. C9 have the ice. They're up by 2.
Renegade with the play of the series so far. Without a doubt, he drops down from Neons. Had to check a few angles. He goes ball spawn and just decides to make the play. Gets the information he needs. You can tell by the look on his face. Just saying, I'm always going to hit those. I'm always going to make those plays. And that's exactly what he did. They'll win the game 50-48. Optic bringing it back. So close, not just within reach, but tied up. And they will fall in the end once again at the end of the game. 50-49, actually, that last kill.
49.
The
Wow.
49th did come in for the side of Optic. But it was that melee kill just above ball spawn from Renegade. The play call came in from Cloud9, and they close it out. You got to think Optic, they had to fight back from a 9-kill deficit middle of the game. They were able to do it, but once again, they need to make sure they're not giving themselves all that pressure towards the late game.
Yeah, just gave themselves too much to do. It's as simple as that, and it is easy to do sometimes on Street Slayer. You lose the opening fight, you lose the rockets, you lose the Stalker Rifle. It's not surprising to see the score where it was, but they did a great job of flipping it back round. The problem is a great job isn't a win, and that's what they need in this series at the moment. C9 now up by 2, but I think the difference in this game, especially at the start, not only the opening strategy, but you can't give 3 sets of rockets away to C9 to clear the map with.
And those 3 sets of rockets are why the game was 14-3 and then 19-10, but look at this somehow, Optic Gaming putting all the pieces back together, bringing this game all the way back to 48-48. Tie game here, and in the end though, look at Renegade gets the information, even though that 49th kill came in, knew that there was a player there weak. Look at that reaction top left from Renegade. Knew exactly what to do, had the comms, they'll close it out 50-49 in game 2, and as we said, moments before the disaster, 3 pieces to the game starting. There's the lights flashing, the fist pounds, and then there's the actual physical game starting. That's the piece that we're waiting for here. Looks like the players are getting locked in, they're getting ready to go. We're gonna be going to game number 3, and the battleground for our 3rd game is gonna be Bazaar.
Here we go then, time to lock back in, everybody. Apologies to everyone who had to listen to us waffling around for a few moments, but at the same time, hey, we tried our best to keep you here, okay?
We had a good time.
Let's talk about this game. Oh, we've already talked about this game for about 20 minutes. Let's see the game. Let's see who's going to be able to put it on the board. C9 versus Optic Gaming. C9 up by 2. Optic, can you pull one back?
That's the question. We need to see them answer back, and we're already seeing StelluR drop slide himself right into a mangler here, and going to take a look at this opening rush bottom middle.
APG picks up first kill. Lucid, he's going to get taken down, but it'll be 3 dead off the break here. 4 dead off the break here for C9. And Optic Gaming look like they've got that overshield in their hands.
Let's see. APG like you see, raised the hand for a station.
He apologized to us.
Right there.
I think he apologized to us because he thought something was wrong and then he realized it wasn't.
Yeah, I think it was for us. You did see APG raise a hand there. Like, looked like he was indicating maybe trying to grab a station referee. But then the overshield maybe changed his mind here, so we will stay continuing on. That's 4 dead again for the side of Cloud9. Optic Gaming with some very great control and a very early pull as well.
They certainly do, and look at this. The rocket side has been completely locked down here by Lucid. This is the start that Optic needed. Green wall, I'm sure you're lighting up the chat right now because they're going to have that first flag back to their base. They're going to have complete cover as well. Optic strike first. They're up by 1.
Surprised to see Renegade even throw down the shots there. Maybe thinking that if that flag was unsupported, he could kind of catch the flag carrier off guard. However, Optic is a team that's not going to go back without their carrier. They're going to bring that flag in. They will score first. It's 1-0.
So the restart and the refresh of the mentals is good for Optic Gaming. And like you say, they strike first. Ola picks up a double as well just to clear out the base. And he's doing it all from the bar. Unfortunately, some shocking events have just happened inside of the bar as the dynamo grenade will land onto his body. Renegade comes in to clean up the damage that's done. Renegade looking for 2 on APG, but manages to escape with his life.
Look at Renegade, just leaves that kill, knows that APG might go around. Instead finds them double doors. You're not going to scare Renegade. He knows exactly where you're going now. He's going to start that flag run as well.
Now only 1 dead here for Optic Gaming, so Cloud9 are going to have to slay once more. Eco's fallen. TriPPPeY and Lucid get kills, so now it's actually going to be a very difficult situation for Renegade. You can see he's already being fried, he's being sizzled inside of that hut. APG with 2 should allow Optic to move into a position to pull this one back home.
Very nice double kill from APG. Also a very nice play from Ola. You might have saw him, he spawned bottom rockets, he goes pillars right away. They get that flag back home. Also Dynamos in the hut helped with that one. Shake of the head from Lucid though. That overshield will be schmelted.
Shake of the head, and understandably so, because when we talk about not making mistakes, that was a mistake. That was an opportunity to push. C9 just 1 step ahead of Lucid and Optic there, recognizing they didn't have overshield, so tried to play angles and hold different lanes where they could hit those nades, double up, and take that out of commission. From there, Optic find themselves 2 dead. StelluR's already pushing through the bar ahead of Renegade. They're looking for a pull.
Nades coming in, they're going to have to wait and reset just a bit. Going to sit next to the flat screen and hope that the nades don't come in too close. Going to hang out together here in the bar and just try to stay alive, do whatever they can. Keep in mind, nice push come from Optic Gaming though. They send 2 to fight the 2, and it's APG. Once again, another double kill for him.
Pistola here as well. He's got the thrust, and oh my word, stays alive with a little bit of help from a friend. It's TriPPPeY who gives him that assistance. That was 3 or 4 dead in consecutive moments there for C9. Optic holding strong.
And if you're a fan of the green wall, this is what you wanted to see. Yes, we did see an early flag grab and pull from the side of Optic Gaming. They will score that, but what can they do through the next few minutes? Because Cloud9 is a team that will push you to your limits for the entire game, and so far, Optic Gaming is holding on.
Big trade coming in from Renegade in that situation, though. Plasma Pistol versus a Rocket. Usually, you'd put your house on a Rocket winning that one, but it's going to be the Plasma Pistol who managed to actually get the kill in that situation.
Thank God I don't have a house to put on that one, because I certainly would have put it down. As we take a look, Eco's going to pick up another one. Bulldog in hand now for him. Looking across the board, the big standout is APG. As we said, he's 9-4 at this point.
StelluR having a good game as well. APG and TriPPPeY combining to pick up some kills. And look at Eco, he's having to wrap back through his tree to finish off some kills, but not without coming under fire himself, but gets away with his life. Big play there from Eco.
Yeah, nice little plays there. We might have spoken too soon. He's going to have to peek shot his way all the way into Hutton. Oh, oh boy. That only means one thing. First of all, it's a dynamo nade to the dome for Eco, but also another overshield for Lucid. Let's see what he can do in round number 2.
A combination of grenades and different noises out of myself and Andy as that player was taken down. Lucid now moving through the bar with the overshield in his hand, with a Bulldog in his hands as well, but just can't find any targets to play with at the moment. Finally, we'll find Eco. The flag is being pulled by C9 as well, so now Lucid has some decisions to make. Does he push this kill onto Eco? Does he wrap back to try and get that flag stop? It looks like he goes for Eco. Now he turns his attention to Renegade, who's moving the flag.
3v3 still. We do not see a lot of slays coming in here. This flag is still going to be run. Let's see a tick, 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 tick of the dynamos. They're going to give some more information to the side of Optic Gaming, but Lucid will continue patrolling bottom middle.
Pznguin taken down on the pillars. Lucid still on this little spree that he's putting together at the moment. Finds himself at 7-5. Unfortunately for him, taking a little bit of damage on his way down to the grave as Renegade moves in to finish it off. C9 now trying to hold mid-map. He killed the only player in the death screen for them. Lucid the same on Optic Gaming. Now it's a 4v4 on the map.
Ola, by the way, off screen, also hits the 10 kill mark. Renegade's going to pick up some more bottom middle. A spike grenade as well, as that Bulldog in hand with one shot left in it. Here's the grapple, he's going to fly in.
Grapple is going to be such a big game changer as we see Bazaar evolve, and there's a good example of why. Closing gaps, getting from one level of elevation to the next almost immediately means that you can pressure a player and catch him off guard. Now, what are we going to see here? Is it going to be that flag being grappled towards Renegade? Is he going to save it for a little moment? A little bit later on in this run, they've got it out halfway now. Where are the kills coming in?
You can tell by his reticle placement, he thought for just a split second about grappling that flag. Instead, he used the grapple to push out, make sure Lucid got cleaned up, and he saves the grapple. Maybe he needs it for later in the run. He might come to use it.
StelluR picks up one kill. TriPPPeY's going to be there. It's Lucid, excuse me, who's going to win a vital battle. Manages to stay alive as well as his shields will be tickled away by that dynamo grenade. The flag is still out here. Overshield just came up as well. Rockets also came up, and like you say, the overshield did not get popped. So Rockets OS in the hands of OG.
Didn't pop the first time. Looks like it does pop the second time. It was in the hands of Ola. Looks like I got melted. I think Ola was the one to grab it there. So he'll have to reset though, but it will be at least a deny of the overshield for the side of Optic Gaming. And right now, looking very good in the mid game here. Not only did they open this game strong, but still continuing the pressure.
Lucid trying to work with StelluR here, bottom middle to stay alive. Not going to happen for now as Renegade is going to use those dynamos once more to sizzle away at the skin of Lucid.
Wow.
Lucid should be taken down by that dynamo. Renegade picks up one, actually exchanges the kill with the Mangler. APG hides behind the melons.
You can tell by the movement there of Lucid that he's... Melon's always a great place to hide behind there. Banana Stand also quite a popular hiding place in the bottom of the market, but you can tell right there Lucid was not expecting Renegade to just grapple with all the way around to take that angle. A nice play there from Renegade, but these two teams now, a little bit of a volley back and forth, battling for control. Keep in mind, with only a 1-0 lead here, Cloud9 could strike at any time.
They have the flag moving as well. 3 dead here. However, the flag is moving on the other side of things. Eco's going to have to loop back around. He misses the shot to TriPPPeY! And TriPPPeY with a Mangler gets the kill, which is going to slow down the move now coming in. Lucid versus StelluR. Down on this low ground. Look at this, though. There's going to be a Pistola hiding in the trenches, too. C9 find themselves 3 down.
And this one should go back home. I think Pznguin's the only one in position to try to get this touch. He will go down. Lucid should have the re.
Lucid's going to get the touch. Lucid's going to run this one back towards the base. The flag is still out from both sides, but TriPPPeY's going to rally this one back. Pistola rotating back for him to give him that cover. Lucid can now push forward.
Looking really strong here is Optic Gaming. Like we said, what can they do here? They might get an opening flag cap, but can they play this game all the way through? That flag off screen should be coming back home any moment as it's going to be going up into the base. There's going to be some more shots here from Eco. How can they answer back?
Flag standoff between the two teams. Both teams have flags back at their base. Pznguin picks up a kill on TriPPPeY. Overshield's going to be coming up in a second. Can he get the pop? Yes, he can! Eco gets that overshield. Now this is the opportunity for C9 to strike. They can push forward. They can create space, and Renegade's going to be right alongside his teammate to do so.
What a big moment here. Does this game go 2-0 in favor of Optic Gaming, or does Cloud9 tie the game 1-1?
Where are the grenades? There's Pistola with the grenades. Return's going to come in, I think. Yes, indeed. Eco with a big play. Now is the flag going to be put in by his teammates?
Let's see exactly where that flag was hidden on the other side. There's
Pznguin's
two
got
dead.
it. No!
Not in yet!
Lucid! Where did he come from? Like a thief in the night. He's
Here
on
he
that
goes.
return. It's a
Gets
second
it.
away! And Lucid gets the re!
Who else but Lucid? Leave it to Lucid. He gets that return there. He had to win that battle with that Bulldog, and you had a feeling when that flag didn't go in right away that it wasn't exactly in scoring position, and that's exactly what the case was. Optic Gaming will stay in the lead 1-0, 3 minutes on the clock.
And how many times in this series have we seen those moments won by C9? This time it's Optic who come out on top, and it might seem like a small moment to everyone at home, but for the players in-game making those plays and coming out the right side of it, it's absolutely huge for them.
Huge, and huge momentum for the side of Optic. They look over at their screen, they see Lucid make that play, they're like, let's go. This is our game, this is our series. Optic Gaming is back in this. It's a very different game number 3 from what we saw earlier.
2.5 minutes left here for Optic, just to hold on. If they can manage to do so, that they will get this game on the board, and we will extend this series at least to a game number 4. Rockets in the hands here of TriPPPeY for Optic Gaming. And look at this, just a standoff between both teams at the middle of the map. Eco picks up one. Manages to sneak through the double doors as well.
Oh man, it's a great force trade from StelluR as well. Keep in mind, that overshield's popping right about now. We got 6 seconds, 3 dead on Optic Gaming. We might see a pull here from Cloud9 and an overshield grab.
Yes, we might indeed. 2 minutes left on the clock. Eco gonna
Doesn't hit it.
I think he actually chose not to hit it as the grenades were coming in. TriPPPeY. He's going to be putting pressure on. Lucid has that Mangler, takes all of the overshield off. So you have to say for Lucid, a pretty good job in that situation. Doesn't get the kill, but manages to slow things down. But where's the rest of his team now? 2 dead. Optic on the back foot. C9 with that flag moving. Pznguin gets the touch.
That is huge. He turns the corner there. He's going to wait for any nades that are going to skip off these
He's last
stairs.
alive.
They don't come through. Last player alive. He needs to cap this one. Where is Optic? Are they flying in?
Oh, it looks like Pznguin's going to go for the slide. No one in position, and C9 tie it up. 1 minute 20 or so left on the clock.
What an enormous play from Pznguin. He gets the flag around the corner. He gets right to the flag stand, waits for the cover, and then perfectly times the run. If Pznguin doesn't cap there, that flag does not go home. Here we go, 1-1 with 1 minute left now in the game.
If Pznguin doesn't cap there, Optic probably get a counter cap as well, and then it is game over. That's how the margins are, and that's how small the difference is between the two teams, and the scoreline really is. One little mistake, one little play, and the score finds itself tied up at 1-1 instead of 2-0. Now with 50 seconds left on the clock, it's C9 being aggressive onto the Optic base.
Aldo's nade finds the way of the Watermelons, and the Bulldog finds the way of Pznguin here. 1 dead for the side of Optic, and Pznguin knows he needs to stay alive here, though. And look at that, no more kills coming in. 3 dead for the side of Optic Gaming. C9, maybe with a heartbreaking flag run here.
They've got that flag running. Let me tell you that, APG, he's managed to sneak behind enemy lines, though. APG's the player to watch. He has to make a play for his team. The flag is moving, though. Ola picks up 1, so now C9 find themselves 2 down. Ola with a huge, huge double on the double doors. It's double-double for Ola. Pznguin picks up 1 onto TriPPPeY, though. Now he's going to go for the re. It's Mangler on Mangler. Pistola gets it. Pistola sends it home.
Not just a double-double, that's a double-double with cheese from Pistola. Going down bottom middle, but answered back right away with a double of Renegade. So he's going to fly right back in here. Sudden death overtime, as that flag is still going to be out. And now it's going to be a little bit of an overshield popped.
He's just going to fly forward here. He might be able to get a touch if he can just avoid the pie ticking down. He's not going to be able to. And we will have overtime here on Bazaar. Capture the flag. Game number 3, as tight as you could like.
Gets more and more intense every single time you hear it. Overtime coming in there from Jeff Steitzer, and that's exactly what we're in right now. Sudden death, 5 minutes on the clock. The next flag will win this one. It has been so back and forth. Optic certainly putting up the best fight that they have all series long.
Now let's take ourselves back to the very start of this game. Who got the better starting strategy? It was Optic Gaming. They got C9 almost all dead off the break. They got Overshield, they got Rockets. The difference here, C9 have slowed it down just a little bit. They lost those first 2 kills, but they haven't lost everything on the map. Rockets are in the hands of Optic. Lucid has the chance to make a play, and it's sudden death. All you need is 4 dead, and you've won the game.
Renegade forces a rocket trade there. TriPPPeY also falls in hut, so that's going to be 2 dead for the side of Optic, only 1 dead for the side of C9. However, gets tied up right away. 2 dead for both sides momentarily, and now here comes the eco push. And much like you said, Cloud9 knows they cannot risk going all three dead, all 4 dead, if they pull that one off, just because that first flag will win. They need to play a little bit more careful, a little more conservative here.
And you can already see in the gameplay from both teams, both playing a little bit more conservative.
Yep.
Not willing to run out into the middle of the map without doing damage first. Now the push is going to come in on the Rocket side. Eco's going to be trying to push onto Lucid too. Lucid will pick up the kill though, and that's going to open up the tree side of the map here. Pistola is going to get a little bit of help, but doesn't need it. He gets that grapple shot in his hands. APG picks up another 3 dead here for C9, and there goes Pistola.
If Ola can stay alive, he has 4 grapples. He just burned 1, but he has 3 more grapples. If Ola can stay alive here, they can really put a run together.
3 grapples. Let's see if he can put it together. Eco going to be hiding inside of the base. That one was for all of the Rick and Morty fans out there watching as well. Trying to just formulate this push at the moment. You can see the Optic don't want to give up too many kills without doing damage first. At the moment, nobody is able to survive. APG going down first, and Eco surviving too means that Optic are going to have to play this slow.
Optic tried. What happened there off screen, you just saw it for a second. StelluR actually wins the battle in hut against APG. It's so hard to keep your push going when you lose your hut player.
Overshield popping as well. TriPPPeY trying to rotate behind the player bottom middle. StelluR managed to stay alive though, and now he's using the geometry of the map just to get himself into a position to maybe pick that one up. Can he use the dynamos to cut off that treehouse? His teammate has moved in to get it. Pistola with an OS. A chance for Optic once more.
Also going to give a lot of information there. A few shots on the player pushing bottom rocket side. That will be cleaned up on screen. That's what you expect from this Optic side. No Mangler drop coming in from Ola, but should be able to make quick work of StelluR. That's 2 dead.
One thing to notice here. Look how slow Pznguin and Eco played this. As soon as they recognized they didn't have the OS, they just played the back of the base. They wait for the push to come in. The issue here for C9 is if they lose the kills here, there's going to be a flagpole, and they're going to be spawning halfway across the map. StelluR picks up 1, Pistola picks up the Mangler, tries to turn his attentions now to the 2 players in the trees, waiting for help. Lucid picks up 1, Pistola has that flag on the move, and there's TriPPPeY with the 3rd kill.
TriPPPeey in the tree. This is where this man needs to be, but big plays coming in from Pznguin.
Pistola picks up the kill, and now he's got that flag in hand as well. 3 dead here for C9.
Needs to keep going. There's no time to waste here. They're finding already 1 spawner here on bottom rocks. There's another one top rocks. They need to make sure they maintain staying control. Lucid with 2 rockets as well.
There has to be a cap. It has to be a cap here for Optic Gaming. It looks like Renegade's trying to make a play on the re. The rockets are going to come in. Pistola picks up 2. That's 3 dead. Killing spree for Lucid, and the flag going home here for Optic Gaming. Overtime means OG win as they put their first map on the board in the grand final.
And you can see the size of relief on the POVs there. We were looking at Lucid, we were looking at TriPPPeey. You saw the shoulders actually drop. You saw them actually breathe a sigh of relief, thinking, oh my God, we finally closed that one out. We told you, Bazaar CTF was going to be crazy. It was going to be a long one, and we even went to overtime. Optic Gaming closed it out, and that's exactly what happened on set. You talked about how if C9 lets themselves go 3 or 4 dead, it could spell disaster, because keep in mind, look at that expression there, Renegade's face, not happy with that. Keep in mind, C9 is going to win that game in 15 minutes 9 times out of 10. But when it's about the first flag or the first flag in overtime, all Optic needs is that first flag. They're able to do it.
One thing that really stood out to me in that game as well was the amount of control for the first time in the series that Optic Gaming had over Cloud9.
Looks completely different.
C9 were on the back foot the majority of the time, but I need to give a shout out to one man in particular. iGtUrPistola. Ignore these stats, even though Pistola's the man who is there. The play towards the end of that game to get that flag moving, to time it perfectly, to wait for the help, to get the kill onto Pznguin that mattered, and then get a double kill as well towards the end. It's ridiculous. Pistola does things that impact games.
And also TriPPPeey, right? He goes -3. I don't care he goes -3. He's the one who pushed tree, right? Ola was alone in the flag. He's trying to win that fight with the Mangler against 2 players in tree. And TriPPPeey's the one who comes to help out in tree. And then Ola comes and sweeps in, finishes that 2nd kill on Pznguin only because of the Mangler. And he's able to close out that game.
This is the return that came in from Lucid as well. There's
so
many crazy moments as well. Look how close this is as well. Returning.
Yeah,
alive just about. Pznguin did manage to put a flag in for Cloud9 in those final moments, but this is Pistola at his best, right? Picks up 1. He managed to get the return to send it to overtime. The start of overtime here. Again, the difference maker, I think, was the opening strategy, but this play from Pistola, Andy, is what he does best.
That's the thing. You need special plays. You need big-time plays to get the flag out of the base on Bazaar. And if you don't have moments like that, that flag doesn't come out. The flag run doesn't start. It's a very different scoreboard here as we take a look at our series layout. Not 3-0 is what we normally see from Cloud9. It's 2-1. Optic Gaming right back in the series. They will win Bazaar CTF with a final score of 2-1.
Now let's just take a second here, right? Let's take a step back and look at that series score overall. 50-49. That game number 2. Optic win game number 3. I think maybe people aren't realizing how close these two teams actually are. I understand that C9 are the best team in the world right now. They've been winning consistently week after week. The first LAN, C9, C9, C9. We get it. But OG have made a run and deserve to be in this final. They are showing now that the belief is maybe the one thing that they were missing in those first couple of games, that the comeback that they made in game 2 has installed in them to think they can win this one.
You heard it from them in their interviews. We are the most practiced team coming into this event. They said since their Raleigh break, they have not missed a single day of scrims, and it is showing right now. They're back on the scoreboard, as you say, narrowly losing that game number 2. They did not let it go to their heads, kept their heads held high, and focused on that game number 3, clutched it out in a grueling match of Bazaar CTF. If you're just joining us, it's 2-1 in favor of Cloud9, and we are strapping in for a grand final here at HCS Anaheim. We'll have to see what happens in our game number 4 as we get ready for a little bit of Strongholds on Recharge.
The 3-point checklist is started. The lights are on, the fist bumps are there. Gameplay must be just around the corner as I remove my jacket because things are getting a little bit warm in here, and this series is starting to heat up indeed. Now, let's talk about this next map, Andy, because I want to get your thoughts on how this one's going to go. Historically, how have these teams been performing in Anaheim on this map mode combo?
Yeah, we've seen some Strongholds Recharge from the side of Optic. They're 1-0. We did see them play complexly earlier on. If we take a look at the Strongholds Recharge that came in, was also another big win for the likes of Cloud9 in their pool play matches as well. So looks like both teams pretty confident with the results here in Anaheim, but only one team is going to be able to close it out in our first set of the Grand Finals matches.
Selfishly, can't wait to see that shock rifle in play, because that thing has been putting some montage plays together and highlight plays for us to enjoy all weekend long. Off the break though, let's watch some Trippy. Eco going to be challenging on double stacks. Trippy trying to survive, cannot do so.
2 dead for both sides. Renegade with a very unconventional strategy, just going straight across batteries there, trying to do as much damage as he could. Looks like the first one's going to go to B to C, and also going to be a camo grab for Cloud9.
Camo for Cloud9. Triple cap. Off the break here for Optic Gaming. Which one would you prefer? I'll let you answer that at home. Eco going to pick up one onto Lucid on pipes though. That's going to create the opening here, and it should be a chance for C9 maybe to change where they have the resources into some stronghold control. They've gone for A, they've got that lockdown. B also in their hands.
I was going to say, can I wait a few moments to answer that question, because we'll see
Not
exactly
how these things work.
We'll see exactly how it plays out. Right now we already have Cloud9 back on the board now with a double kill chain reaction as well.
Eco! It's got me going like a chain reaction. What a shot that was. That's going to change what the numbers are looking like on the map here for C9. They have A control, they have B control. The score, though, is looking pretty similar. I like that from APG. Had the sword, gets it off the map. The shock rifle is enough for Eco to play with.
Yeah, he fully nopes out of that one, says I have no interest in letting you get the sword. I'm just going to find my way back to the depths of Recharge. So essentially it's high game here. A perfect whiplash there up onto the bat ledge, and they will continue scoring.
If you've ever watched Tarzan and maybe you like the bad guys, and maybe you need a shock rifle to take him down, Eco is not missing right now.
Lucid says, I've had enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and push back to Hydro to get that shock rifle out of your hands, because it's my turn with this weapon. We'll see if he can do what it takes to get his team back in the lead.
Can I play with the shock rifle now, says Lucid. Let's see what you can do with it. Optic. Hair standing on end, I'm sure, after those shots coming in from Eco. Renegade going to be flanking as well, just taking a few seconds too long to make a decision there, and that is going to cost them. It's going to be the triple kill for Renegade. You cannot give him the time to close gaps, because he picks up trips.
You can't. Still 3 dead for Optic Gaming. If you're Trippy, you also can't let yourself lose that battle there in the end. He did have an opportunity to close out that. He's not able to. It'll be a triple kill, as you say, for Renegade. Also, all 4 dead momentarily as Renegade keeps peeking all the way into elevator, just like that. 73-22. And that early Optic Gaming lead has been all but forgotten.
Now, one thing that C9 don't like doing is losing games. It kind of pisses them off a little bit, and you can see the reaction that you're getting from C9 right now. They've had BC control for quite some time. They're about to cross the 90-point mark here in Strongholds. Optic have been on the back foot for quite some time, ever since they lost control of this rifle.
Eco already has 9 kills. That's triple anyone on the side of Optic Gaming. Yikes, it's a great work there from Trippy there with the nade, and they're going to go in and clean up 2 kills there. It's going to be all 4 dead momentarily for the side of C9.
B gets turned over straight away, so the efficiency goes alongside the kills. Something we're always looking out for, right? 4 dead is great, but are you turning it into points? The answer is yes here for Optic Gaming. A and B in their control now. 100 points exactly on the board here for C9. Now that the shock rifle is out of commission, this is a chance for Optic to slow things down, play those corners, and just hold that AB setup.
That's right. The beautiful thing about both of these teams, Optic especially, trade there from Ola and StelluR. Optic especially is do not count them out. Doesn't matter the scoreline, doesn't matter where we are in the tournament. Optic Gaming is going to be ready to play the full duration of this game as they start to claw back here. What was just the 80-point deficit is now only a 40-point deficit.
Trades are fine here as well for Optic Gaming. You can see they're picking up kills as well. They're not even getting traded out. What does that mean? Trades mean triple caps. That is a triple cap now for Optic. They're back into this one. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Optic, next time I see a shock rifle, get it out of here.
That's right, triple cap here in effect for the side of Optic Gaming. They will continue rallying right back in this one. Will be some nice kills though, 1 dead for each side.
1 dead for each side, but it doesn't matter because look at the score. That's all that really matters here. And it's going to be Optic who go into a lead. Eco gets a blue hat, which takes him down to the grave. 2-4 for Optic. Eco still in the death screen. Renegade looking to make plays here around the camo.
A C-hold here for Optic Gaming. Renegade and team are going to be pushing out of B straight into A. They want to get control of back elevator. And also a camo mangler for StelluR.
Ola taken down. Pznguin going to fall as well, so a 3v3 on the map. C9 back in control of the scoring. Not only that, 1 triple cap has been flipped on its head, and now it's C9 who have control of A, B, and C. They will go back into the lead in just a second. There it is. C9 now with camo as well. This is looking dangerous for Optic.
And as you say, you do not want to tick off the likes of Cloud9 because they will answer right back. That triple cap will continue, and just like that, 141 to 118.
Renegade has the shock rifle as well. All of the pieces have just fallen apart here for Optic Gaming. It was looking so good, but now you've got to deal with C9 with the weaponry and the triple cap. It's going to be a tough push for them, but they need to commit to something. Renegade is hitting everything, by the way, with that shock rifle. And luckily we jump on board with him because if he keeps hitting shots like this, he's going to have to refresh that beam can on the end of it.
And look at that. He's just able to hold down all of C. Looks like he's going to make a low push here and just got to whip all the way around. Hopefully not slide too far. And just look at that. Ola's not ready for that flank. Gets help from StelluR from the sneaky ledge, and they will maintain control. They're starting to flip C again. This game could be over very fast.
It could be over very fast. And one thing we noticed about grapple usage, it's not just the flashy plays anymore. It's getting from A to B as quickly as possible. Is the difference now. You can throw people's timing off as he almost rips a head off.
210 to 118. This game was just tied around the 105 mark. It's been a very different few minutes here as Cloud9 has had another spark of energy, which is a very dangerous thing for Optic Gaming, and still an AC hold. They might even get this reset on B. No, looks like C will now be the new battleground.
Eco is popping off, by the way. 3 dead here for Optic Gaming. Eco jumps into B. A is being converted. That's the respawners, though. Renegade's in a 1v1 with APG up there to see if they can get that in their hands, but BC will be in the hands of C9. They're moving just moments away from going up 3-1 in the series. It's go time for Optic. You need to do something, but Pznguin's got the next camo.
He's just going to lurk around with his camo. This is the last thing you want if you're on the side of Optic Gaming, because look at this 240-point mark, and he's just going to wait on C for someone to come in. It's going to be Ola.
StelluR gets taken down. No surprise there. Pznguin with the camo. Always going to have the first shot advantage. 247. The game's done, ladies and gents. Optic Gaming are all in the respawn screen as C9 pick up yet another map win and now move just 1 map away from being crowned your champions.
And as the Optic Gaming fans started to rebuild the green wall brick by brick, pretty quickly we find the likes of Cloud9 back on top once again in game number 4. That was a very fast match of Strongholds on Recharge. Not one that was back and forth really at all after the 100-point mark. It's C9 with a great opening. Optic answers back with a triple cap. We're thinking Optic's right back in this series, and Cloud9 says not so fast.
One frustrating thing if you are building the green wall is when you hear the chug, chug, chug of the bulldozer decked out in blue and white.
Not good.
Appearing over the horizon. It's getting closer at the moment for the green wall. The trembles are starting to maybe loosen up a few bricks, but we're going to have to see if it stands firm, and we're going to see this series continue as we move on to our next game. Now, let's take a look at the stats, though, and I'll tell you what, I wanted to talk about it, but the game just ended before I could bring it up. It's always someone on C9 who steps up. It could be Renegade, it could be StelluR, it could be Pznguin. This time, it's Eco. 18-7.
When you have a player on your team who goes double positive of anyone else on the other team, That's a pretty wild stat line. That's exactly what we just saw from Eco. We'll take a look at some highlights.
Yeah, it's going to be probably
Eco.
2 shock rifle kills. This, by the way, watch this. TriPPPeY gets chained. Oh, Lucid goes down as well. Absolutely ridiculous from Eco to hit that shot on TriPPPeY again. I mean, TriPPPeY's done nothing wrong in this situation.
No, not at all.
He's just been on the receiving end of some nuts plays coming in from Eco.
I mean, absolutely fantastic stuff there from C9. It was, once again, a surgical precision the way they closed out that game. And I mean, look at it. I mean, just, my God, from Renegade, the off-the-rack double kill as well. And it's unsurprisingly everything in your highlights package right now. It's all Cloud9.
Yeah, no surprise to see it. And what a way to end it as well for Optic Gaming to all be in the death screen as those final points tick over. Says everything that you need to know about that game. Now we move on to what could be the last game here, our NA Regionals. It's going to be Aquarius Slayer. First to 50, we've got a camo, we've got a couple of dynamos, we've got a heat wave on this map, but I tell you what, Optic need this one, and they need it bad.
They do. We have Cloud9 actually losing their most recent match here against Kansas City Pioneers 50-43. And you have Optic Gaming beating Sentinels 50-42. So if we take a look at the most recent games here, maybe an opportunity for Optic Gaming. 2 of 4 losses, as you see on your screen, are on Aquarius for Cloud9. Maybe an opportunity for the green wall.
So you're saying there's a chance. So you are saying there is a chance. Maybe we're going to get some more Halo Infinite tonight, but if I know anything about C9, they're going to want to get it done here, and they're going to want to get it done now. They want to end this series. Optic, on the other hand, know how to play this game type. They have been very, very efficient at rotating around the map and getting those kills as well. And one thing that always stands out to me about Optic and the way they play this game, Andy, sidekick control. Whenever they're inside of those bases, the sidekicks absolutely shred.
Right, it took about, I'd say, 2 or so weeks before players started to really realize in Halo Infinite.
This thing's pretty good.
Oh my God, we need to start picking up this weapon, especially because it spawns in an area that it is also most dominant. It spawns on the utility side of the map, into the utility, and you see players picking up very crucial, very key kills there. Pznguin, returning from that water break backstage, ready to lock back in and potentially sit down for a tournament-winning game.
Hey, what a start at Halo Infinite that man's had, right?
Yeah.
First event win, back in Raleigh, lifted up a trophy, and I tell you what, after not picking one up for quite some time, maybe he's going to have to add a few more shelves to the home back home. We're going to stick with that one, everybody. Bear with me.
I think you meant the trophy case.
That's what I meant. And let's talk about the trophy that's going to go on that, because it may be joined by its brother here with another one being added to the collection. Not quite sure how I phrased that, by the way, Andy, but you get my point. He's going to add another one. There's going to be 2 instead of 1, everyone. Okay? Cool.
We'll see if we can add that trophy on your screen right now
so you
to
do it so much
that
better,
trophy
man.
collection.
It's so easy
Back
for you.
home, that's what he's trying to do. We'll have to see if he can take it from the sunny, sunny skies of California all the way back home. But first, he has to win this 4th and final game. Might do it in this game type or might have to do it later on in the series if Optic can strike again on Aquarius. Up next, it's Slayer on a map which Optic Gaming is quite comfortable. It's going to be Aquarius.
Thank God you're here. Anyway, let's get into this next game. Cloud9 versus Optic Gaming. This could be the last map of our North American regionals. Will it be C9 closing things out, or have Optic still got some juice in the tank? It's time to find out.
Going to be keeping a very close eye on this opening rush. Those top mid power-up grabs as well. Look for both teams to strike when the iron is hot. Push those opportunities, collapse on their opponents. Good opening here from Optic Gaming. They'll get the first kill.
Now, this opening is vital. If C9 get a hot start, all of a sudden the doubts start to come into your head for Optic. This is the end of it. How are we throwing this one away? If you get out to a good start, all that you think about is the game that's in front of you. 2-2 off the break here, but it's going to be C9 and Pznguin who have the first camo of the game.
The first kills go the way of Optic. You saw it on your screen there. They weren't able to get the exact timing, though, to make sure they got top mid control on the camo. So already an early grab here for Cloud9.
Heatwave also is in the hands of StelluR, I believe. I saw it pop up in the kill feed. So weapons and power-ups are C9s for now. StelluR has been taken down, though, so you expect that Heatwave maybe to exchange hands here, as Pznguin is trying to do some work with his teammate here. But Renegade pushes in, and Pistola will take advantage of that. It's 4-4 here.
So much pressure on both these teams. Cloud9 just looking to stay on their throne. Optic Gaming looking to prove that this team is ready to play this season. A very tough 6th place finish in Raleigh put some doubts in the fans of the green wall. And right now, they need to show up here in this grand final. They need to do it big. They're down 3-1, only one game away. Double kill up top, though, for Ola.
Small things like that from Ola. It might seem like he's cleaning up a one-shot, but it's on the back of another kill. He's not letting Renegade escape. If Renegade gets around a corner and lives, you know he's going to do more damage. Making sure that you're responding to those one-shots is vital for success for Optic here.
That is now 9-7 in favor of Optic Gaming. You have Cloud9 trapped in their base. Taking a look. A little bit of trades. They're killing spree in the end for Ola. It's a good answer back from the side of Cloud9. We'll go over to Cloud9. We'll get into an Astro listen-in with the side of Cloud9.
Okay.
Nades up, I'm getting them.
Looking at you, John.
We're gonna need those for P2.
Yeah, you're alone, John. You're alone, John.
Yeah, you're going rogue, you're going rogue.
You guys
Yellow
P2?
P, yellow P street.
Yeah, yellow streamers, I think.
In yellow.
Dying to
We can
yellow
yellow,
flag.
we can yellow.
Yellow flag.
Ola.
Hey, one shot,
One shot here. Right, I'm one shot, I'm one shot.
Yeah,
Blue flag.
Yeah, top blue.
And I died to yellow flag.
Got two.
Two dead. Yellow flag.
Up. They just got it?
No, it's still up. It's still up.
Top P.
Top P.
I'm going for it,
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag's weak.
Where's top
I'm one shot with
Top
camo.
P. Dead. Everyone top P?
Ola, I died. He
He's
killed
on a
me.
one shot break.
Ola's top P. Ola's top P above you, John. Going.
He's top mid weak. He's top mid one shot. One shot for me.
Okay,
Oh, dead.
Three dead. No dash here, no dash here.
Did we get camo? Did
Burn,
burn it?
Yeah, we burn.
I'll go get to blue closet, bro.
As we jump out of the listening, you can see that Optic Gaming have 3 players full, but the story of this game so far, Andy, is it's trade for trade. Nobody can get a foothold or any kind of control in the game.
Right, this is good for Optic so far, even though they were up by 2 or 3. In the end, they've made sure to keep this game very close. Got to highlight Ola right now. The man is 8-3.
Stella looking to lock down one side of the map. TriPPPeY going to be picking up the kill in the team fight, though, and that's going to even things up here. 15-15. Lucid trying to make a play, but it's going to be a killing spree that's going to come in here for StelluR.
One of the things you might have noticed during that listening is just how scary Cloud9 is, right? They're so composed. They actually have the least, probably, comms per minute, right? They're only calling out the things they need to. They're saving their dynamos for the top P pushes. They know exactly what they need to do and when, and so far they've been executing. But as you say, trades back and forth, only a 1-kill game.
Pistola 9-4. On the other side of things, StelluR, the man you're watching, is the standout so far. 8-3 for him. Lucid will tie things up as we now find ourselves at 17-17. TriPPPeY. Oh, big thrust from TriPPPeY with the commando in his hands, winning that fight up close. He's vital, but there's the trade again. And Eco not only gets the trade, he gets the double 2.
The game of inches, we're wondering what will it take for a team to finally get some top mid to control, get some team fire, maybe some flanks and some alternative routes to be able to trap their opponents in their base and start to be able to do things like trading 3 kills for 1, trading 4 kills for 1. Right now, still just a 2-kill game.
This is trouble. TriPPPeY manages to get that kill,
Huge,
though.
huge.
That was so massive because all of Optic were trapped around the fridge and P side.
TriPPPeY staying alive there lets his team reset in the base. They will keep the game within 1. We are going to need to see that time and time again from Optic if they want to stay in this game.
That's the kind of moment usually where you see C9 collapse. They get 3 dead, 4 dead, and then it becomes 8 in a row, 9 in a row, and all of a sudden Optic are on the back for that 1 kill from TriPPPeY. It cannot be explained how important that was. Now he gets away with the camo. TriPPPeY stepping up here for Optic.
Yeah, we'll have to get this entire sequence after the match from replay because he has stepped up big, and it also means a lead for Optic Gaming. Camo, heat wave, and an opportunity to push.
There's a player behind him, though. He didn't check his corners. Pznguin picks up 2 as well, and now, oh no, it hasn't gone right. Optic lose 3. C9 just play the corners. Little rats inside of the utility room, and it works for them.
It's exactly as you say in Halo Infinite, you have to check your corners. Though, even though after all that, we're still 25-24, only a 1-kill game.
C9's game plan in that situation works so well, just baiting that player in. Eco also showing great trigger discipline to make sure that he didn't fire and give away his position, give TriPPPeY a chance to turn around. Now it's 27-25. Lucid picks up 1. Renegade getting aggressive now with that heat wave. Lucid trying to survive. He gets the beat down, he gets the stick, and he manages to get the trade.
Trade there, so it will stay within 3, but a few trades for the first time in several minutes going the way. But once again, Optic Gaming answers right back. If they can get this one, this will be huge as well. There we go, keeping it within 1, 29-28. Optic Gaming seeming to answer back moment after moment, but we're going to need to see more from them if they want to win this game.
But look how much they're having to do just to keep it close. Renegade takes down Pistola and gets away with his life. 28-31. C9 now 19 kills away from calling themselves champions once more.
Cloud9 looking too strong, even though we're seeing trades here. They look like they are poised to win this tournament in this game. Now they're up by 4. But that slowed down on the Renegade push. 1 dead for each side.
PPG staying alive there on those sandbags. Camo popping up as well. Complete car side control here for Cloud9. StelluR picks up a first kill in the team fight again. How many times do we say that? Renegade picks up another. Optic starting to fall like dominoes now, as we see for the first time a lead extended in the favor of C9, and there's the battle rifle into the face of an Optic player. 35-31 now. C9 looking strong.
Was a 5-kill lead for just a second. Now it's a 5-kill lead once again. This is the part of the match where you don't want this to happen if you're an Optic Gaming fan. C9 starting to pull away.
The way that both teams have been trading, Optic need to pick up kills without response. APG will do so. So will Lucid. So this is an opportunity now to find Eco, to find Pznguin, and bring this a bit closer. APG with a killing spree will do that.
Pznguin, though, behind him, gets the back whack. And once again, Optic Gaming needs to find a way to stop trading at this pace. For the past few minutes, it has been Cloud9 leading the way, dictating it, and Optic just trying to hold on.
But look at the buddy system. It's just almost exemplary coming in from Cloud9. But as I say that, TriPPPeY with the sidekick picks up a double.
Absolutely huge to pick up those 2 kills. If he doesn't do that, this is a 5-kill game. But just like that, it's still a 3-kill game. Winning that, also getting information for his team for Lucid.
Goes down though.
Needs to stay alive in the back of the base.
Lucid goes down. You can see TriPPPeY was just kind of an indecision. Do I push in? Do I have to let my teammate die? In my opinion, he made the right one. Lucid was always dead. He had to try and play his life. But now here comes StelluR. He picks up a double kill. APG is going to try and get there to get the trade. APG will keep it close.
7 kills to go for Cloud9 before they win this tournament here. Make that 6 kills, a 4-kill lead, 44-40.
Optic have one chance now. Optic need to find a way to not trade in this next team fight. If they get 2 dead or 3 dead, then maybe they have a chance. Lucid picks up 1, but it gets traded out. However, it's going to be 4 dead here for Cloud9. StelluR's just come off the respawn. Optic are back into this. It's a 2-kill game.
45-43. This can go any direction. Optic Gaming needs to play this very wisely, and TriPPPeY with the camo. This is the man who needs to step up to keep his team alive.
I talk about Game 5 TriPPPeY. I talk about big game TriPPPeY. Make yourself a hero right now for Optic Gaming. Renegade taken down, no damage taken. Pznguin going to be pushing as well. Can TriPPPeY escape? He gets 2! He gets 2! And they have a lead.
First time we've seen Optic in the lead in a long time, and it's a perfect timing for them. 47-45, 48-45, only 2 kills away.
Optic Gaming, how have they done this? They've turned it around. 1 kill required as the man on your screen has stepped up in the biggest of ways for the green wall.
A brief smile on TriPPPeY's face there. He knows that they have this within their reach, but they need 1 more kill.
They need to kill Cloud9, and don't get this mixed up right now. If they make a mistake, a clean wipe from C9. And this is a C9 win. It's a championship win. Optic know this. They have to be so careful. Pznguin, no shield. Look at this, though. TriPPPeY has to thrust away.
Where's the coordination? Where's the team shot there? Lots of damage done, but no kills are cleaned up.
2 minutes 55 to make a play, Optic. Lucid. APG! Oh, and Optic answer back. I tell you what, that is resilience coming in from Optic Gaming. We thought that was done. C9, 3-4 kill advantage until those last moments, but it's TriPPPeY again who makes plays for Optic.
This is what we said we've been looking for from Optic Gaming. How do they close out the games? How do they fight through the toughest scenarios they find themselves in? Let me remind you, they were down 44-40 in that game. This one looked done, and it looked dusted. Once again, disappointment there on the face of Renegade. A little bit of disbelief, blowing that 4-kill lead at the end. And you talked about it on the desk on set. TriPPPeY is your man who needs to step up on Championship Sunday. He's done it so far in this tournament a few times. That camo grab, the precision. Also, a lot of kills coming in off screen, too. That team was working, firing on all cylinders. Optic Gaming close it out as a squad. They will win. StelluR on Aquarius. My God. Tie up the series.
Now you start to plant that seed in the minds of C9. C9 who have not experienced losses on LAN. Well, they still haven't. Let's keep that in mind here. Renegade, a good game from him, but a lot of deaths as well. Maybe a little bit of over-aggression coming in from Renegade, but I've got to give a shout-out to Pistola in that game. He had such a hot start, and APG as well. The amount of times that I saw a player die, and APG being in a position to get trades cannot be understated.
And I love, too, TriPPPeY. He goes 10-11. Once again, I don't care. Huge plays from TriPPPeY to drop down. He wins a kill that made sure that his team wasn't collapsed on. He gets that final camo, and remember that double kill and utility as well.
Massive.
to keep the game at 40-37. If he doesn't get those kills, that game goes all the way to 42-37. It becomes a completely different game. Here's a look at some of the highlights from that match.
Absolutely insane, this series between these two teams. And while we get a second just to catch our breath, I just want to say to the boys on stage right now, you're putting on a show. And it's a pleasure to be casting it, and shout out to everybody at home who's watching it at the moment. If you ain't watching it and you want to get some more eyes in here, you should be doing that right now. Tweet this stream out. Let's see how many people we can get in here to enjoy this Halo, because trust me, this is world class. But these are the moments at the end of this game. Not only getting away from that first kill with his life, getting the double as well.
Absolutely beautiful. Time and time again, we saw Trippy stepping up there. And what I love, once again, that's not reflected in the stats. The boys are so happy with how they closed that one out. And they will bring the series to 3-2. We will go next to Oddball Streets.
Now, the reason that I say this is what I love, and you wouldn't have seen me, of course, I was pointing at the screen, the reaction of Optic, business as usual.
Yep.
Not getting carried away with things. The fact that they clutched out a crazy, crazy game, it doesn't matter, because they know the job is not done yet. The job is nowhere near done yet. They're still trailing in this series. And they're still going to have to produce these ridiculous moments, ridiculous plays to even challenge the four gentlemen you see on your screen right now. Cloud9 can bleed, but how much are they going to bleed in this series?
Keep in mind, earlier, if you didn't catch it, we did see Cloud9 go all the way to 5 games against Fnatic. There are teams here in Anaheim that have pushed Cloud9 to their limit. Right now, Optic Gaming in a position to also do so. They find themselves down 1 game in the series, but also 1 game away from sending us to a Game 7 in our first best of 7.
Cloud9 with a few things to think about here. They want to get Optic kind of out of that momentum, because I feel like as the longer the series has gone on, it's starting to swing back.
It is.
In the way of Optic. And like you mentioned, there's been a few times this weekend that we've seen C9 and we've been like, oh, this is interesting. This series is looking a little bit interesting. They've lost a few games here and there. And it's not just been Slayers either, Andy. It's not just a case of they've been winning, you know, series 3-1 and they've just lost the Slayer. Been objective losses in there as well. There's been a few surprise losses where they've shown that maybe there are weaknesses to their game. Optic will be aware of that. Trust me, Coach Lunchbox behind them, he will be aware of everything that C9 have not been quite on top of, and we'll be looking to give that advice to Optic Gaming for them to extend this series, send it to live fire, by the way, which is Game 7,
That's right.
and see if we can reset that bracket.
Can't really say enough about how much Optic has stepped it up in the clutch department here at Anaheim. That was a big question mark coming in. Is this team able to close out games? Are they able to close out a series? Because their record was 50% in series deciding games. They were 6-6 coming into this event. They've changed that story. They've changed the narrative here as they're ready to see if they can fight all the way the distance in this series. But there's one thing we know Optic could do. As we said earlier, they can play all the way till the end, especially in a Slayer. And even though they were down 44-40, they claw back. They close that out with perfect teamwork to win that game, force us to a game number 6.
And I think one thing that's really helped Optic out in recent weeks, as we see we're about to load into this next game, is there was doubters, right? There was doubters after a hot start to the game, disappointing in Rally. Then they had a few weeks where we were like, oh, are we going to see Optic back at the top? Are they going to fall off a little bit here? Those kind of moments, Andy, forge you. They forge you in the fires, right? They toughen you up. They give you that toughness that you need to compete in these grueling grand finals against the best in the world. Those things, you have to learn the hard way. Now, can they send us to a Game 7 here? We're moving over to Streets. We've got some oddball to play. C9 Optic. Are we going to go the distance?
C9 right now leading this series. Score of 3-2, only 1 game away from closing out the tournament. Optic needs to win this to stay alive. Here we go, game number 6.
TriPPPeY, deservedly so after the performance at the end of that last game. Let's see what he can do off the break here. Looks like C9 are going to get aggressive. This is what they do when they get put on the back foot. They try and put you back under pressure. Doing that with a rocket launcher is a great way to start as Renegade threads the needle, picks up 2. Won't be the triple though.
Not a triple there, but the double kill will come in with the kill assist there, which will still equal 3 dead in the end though, so the medal's not going to be an issue for Renegade. Not going to worry about how it gets done. The job gets done. That's all he cares about. And the ball will also go all the way back into Tram now. It's an early 20-point hold for the side of Cloud9.
This is the most important game that involves a ball and that's been on all day.
Couldn't agree more.
The Oddball game that we're seeing in front of us, 25-0 the score right now. Pistola trying to stay alive, Pznguin picking up kills though, and points being picked up here by Cloud9 as well. Pznguin with ball in hand once more. It's been a very strong start to this game from C9.
And they're not wasting any time. Sometimes, as we said earlier, they decide to really slay, they really control, they wait to get their ball time. Not today, not against Optic Gaming. They're not even giving them an inch. It's already 40-0. Very good control on the board. Renegade's got 5 kills, Pznguin's got 4 kills. Guess what? The other 2 don't have any kills, but it doesn't matter because this round's already halfway over.
Gonna start getting t-shirts printed with, it doesn't matter, I don't care. It's become the Datinsky go-to. StelluR now pushing mid-map. TriPPPeY gonna get taken down. StelluR looking for that triple kill. Instead turns his attention to ball. That is such a heads-up play again, Andy. Recognizing, I got 2 kills. I've done the job I need to do. Let's get the oddball back.
Also just sits right on this ledge, not easily naded, not easily seen. Just gonna wait behind the Bulldog spawn. They're gonna cross the 50-point mark once again. Eco yet to get a kill on the board.
My God.
They're 40 points away from closing out the round.
APG picks up 2, Pistola picks up another. Last player alive here for C9 is going to be Pznguin with the ball in hand. Now they need to cut him off before he gets that play ball, but easier said than done. Look at the kill feed though. It looks like Lucid might have accidentally killed APG with a little bit of a friendly grenade thrown his way, or maybe unfriendly, I should phrase it. Stalker rifle from Pistola though, holding back and pinning back C9 in tram.
And as we said, that's some of the fastest movement we've ever seen from Pznguin. He gets that ball straight at A, and like you said, they were probably nading A. APG flanking around, trying to also kill the ball carrier. Did not pan out for the side of Optic Gaming. Pznguin now with the rockets in hand, 2 dead still for the side of Optic Gaming. They will rotate Tram.
Look at this, Pznguin just running the ball back to Tram and saying, if anyone tries to cut me off, I've got a rocket launcher. APG is going to have his shields broken, but at least not his spirit broken, as he manages to stay alive. Same can be said here for Pistola, stays alive. Lucid, he's going to be taken down. APG re-challenging Kadabra, Abracadabra. Pistola appears through the door. TriPPPeY will pick up the 4th as Cloud9 all fall. A little bit surprising to see, considering they had the rockets.
Yeah, that was 3 dead, and they did kill the 4th in the end. And now you see the push is already coming in from the B side. Ola needs to be ready for it. TriPPPeY is ready to nade driveway, but they're probably going to need 2 guns on this one.
First time that we've seen Optic with any semblance of control here. Any look like, any look at a setup, but Pznguin is going to stick Pistola. Now, oh my goodness, TriPPPeY gets slid out by 2 players, who's like a football game back in the 1950s. That one with 2 players going for shin high slide tackles, but for now it's going to mean that Cloud9 have the ball back in their hands. 70 points on the board for them.
Not just that, that was Olympic synchronized swimming. Did you see the absolute perfect timing? Like we said, Ola got caught out. They did not have 2 guns watching driveway, and it cost them. Here we go, 81-20. They're 20 points away from closing out the round.
Let's just take a second to appreciate how efficient C9 have been in this round of Oddball. It has been absolute decimation. Let's not get it wrong. Let's not get it mixed up here. It has been the C9 show. Eco picks up 1. StelluR picks up another. 91 points and rising here. And with Optic Gaming having 2 players still in the death screen, it will be the first round of what could be the final map going to C9.
Nobody even got 9 kills. They won that round before anyone could even hit the 9 kill mark. And we will now go into our second round. Cloud9 looking dominant and now 1 round away from closing out this game, the series, and the tournament in our grand finals.
Last chance saloon for Optic Gaming. Rocket launcher going to be bottom middle. Stalker rifle already in the hands of Renegade, just playing at the back of the map as well, the back of Tram, just to see if he can get any peak shots down. APG going to go for those rockets. Eco going to be ready for him. TriPPPeY with the ball in hand.
Absolutely melted there. Beautiful prioritization from Renegade. All he knew that he needed to worry about.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
My God, are you kidding me? You know what you need? You have to, the only way to take him down is a rocket launcher.
It really is, and even then, you need 1, sometimes 2. Maybe even a second set of rockets to do so. Pznguin with the ball in hand once more. Optic had a pretty good start as far as kills are concerned, but one thing you didn't account for is the fact that Renegade is a freak.
He is indeed. Pznguin goes, actually, I'm going to take this. I don't really want to have the ball around the cafe. Don't need that. Going to bring the ball all the way to back Tram. Doing a little bit of screen watching there to see if he can see where spawners are coming from. Going to rotate for just a second and wisely avoid the nades as well.
4 alive for both teams. TriPPPeY trying to put some pressure on. Oh, look at that stick off the roof, I think it was, coming in from TriPPPeY. TriPPPeY making plays once more. Eco, though, answers back with a play of his own. 1, 2, 3, 4, add them all up. And it's going to equal a kill going into the hands of Eco. 17-3 the score. Cloud9 not getting too far away, though, from Optic this time round.
Ola, last player alive for a second. He will play the ball up top garbage, but immediately gets sniffed out in the back of Tram. So now back over to Renegade's POV. 1 dead again for both sides, but That ball not played far enough out, and it will be another grab for the side of Cloud9.
Optic it's the willingness of C9 to just use the oddball and run the oddball back. They use 2 seconds of time to just throw it forward, knowing they can just get that gun back out and fight on their way towards where they want to set up. And Optic can't handle it at the moment. It really is that simple. They're about to cross the 30-point threshold here, 29-3, and once again, Optic have 2 dead.
Split spawns for Optic. That was 4 dead and 2 spawners there fresh. Optic needs to wait for each other. Yes, they're down by 30, but they need to make sure that these pushes count.
Rocket's coming up though. TriPPPeY's making a move on them. You can see bottom middle, he will get them, but he's just going to fire that one into Halo 6, I think. That's going to hit a little bit more efficiently to take down StelluR. 2 players have fallen from Cloud9, but where is that ball? It's still in the hands of Pznguin, who's on his belly, he's on his bike. It doesn't matter what he's on, because he's out of there.
It's a classic rail rotation there. Really difficult to flank all the way around here, especially when Renegade is in one of the most powerful positions on the map. Optic Gaming need a few more kills here if they want to secure control, but 2 dead right now.
TriPPPeY in Arcade with that commando in his hands. Pistola going to just fall over in front of him though. StelluR going to fall over as well. Renegade should be taken down. Great shots coming in with this commando rifle. Eco's trying to sniff him out around this arcade, but a little bit of dipsy doodling happening for now. Pznguin almost got eliminated too. Good work from TriPPPeY, but where's the ball? That's the question here. Optic still have 2 dead, and Cloud9 at the moment are just pinning them back into spawn.
When I seen that Ola from downtown with those nades from front A, make sure to slow down that ball grab. In the end, though, it still will be Cloud9 putting more time on the board, and Ola's the first one to fall, but Lucid is already behind enemy lines.
Need big plays now from Optic. They've got 2 dead. They need to get that odd ball in their hands. There is Lucid to collect that catch, the throw coming in. APG picks up another. 3 dead here for C9. The first time we have seen Optic with the ball in their hands. Now, can they hold efficiently? What's the next rotation going to be if they pick up kills? All questions we're going to find out in the next few seconds.
Ego, last player alive. Notice how Ego does not expose himself. He waits for his teammates. Of course, easier said than done, especially when you have a little bit of a lead here. But Optic has brought this game back now within 20 points after a nice set of slays. But we'll have to see if they can hold on. 1 dead for each side.
You cannot underestimate how emotionally draining this game is as well for Optic, knowing that just 1 mistake and this is the series gone. They have to not only win this round, but they have to win back-to-back rounds of Oddball if they want to give themselves the opportunity at resetting this bracket after a Game 7. This is looking like a good rotation though. Oddball going to be thrown towards the stairs. Rockets in the hands of StelluR though. Doesn't connect with one. APG might be able to survive, but also might not be able to get that oddball in a more comfortable position. C9 collect the ball once more.
What does TriPPPeY do here? TriPPPeY was the last player alive. Ola spawns PD. They need to once again wait for each other. TriPPPeY with a nice kill to even things up just a little bit, but Optic needs to push together. They brought the game within 20 points, but they need to make these pushes count.
Great shots coming in from StelluR. Even better bank nade coming in from a pure gangster. He manages to pick one up. Renegade going to throw that ball out front, and now he's going to look to slay. All going to be picked up by TriPPPeY though. He's running straight towards Renegade. They need to deal with him as quickly as possible here. He shouldn't be allowed to get this kill. Look at that positioning from TriPPPeY, knowing to keep his head down. But look, Renegade's still alive here.
Surprising there, a little bit of pressure coming from Driveway distracted Ola, so they're unable to help. And TriPPPeY needs to win this one in the back of the base. 3 dead for the side of C9 once again. Where's that last C9 player? He's on the ball.
He's on the ball, and Eco is looking to get a play. If he gets a play here, that would be massive. It's just gonna stay inside a tram, which is good news for Optic. An opportunity with a hold here to maybe go into a lead. Maybe they can just shift that pressure, turn it back onto their opponent's Cloud9 here if they can do so.
Almost the slowest slow motion play ball we've ever seen. Nice shots from Lucid. This is what you expect to see from the guy. We have not seen him popping off like we usually do. Gets a bit overzealous, perhaps. 2 dead for Optic.
71-78, but look at where the ball is. It's being thrown out towards that pink street. Pznguin and Renegade pick up 2. Cloud9 starting to rally here. They've got that odd ball in their hand still. They only need around 24 points to close out this series. Now it's 20. Optic, you gotta go, and you gotta go now.
This push needs to count. 12 seconds on that rocket launcher, but do they even have that much time?
Eco picks up 2. 85 points now. Eco! 3 kills for him. Oddball in the hands of C9. And surely this is the moment they've been waiting for. It's been online dominance. It's been LAN dominance. It's back to back for C9. Your HCS NA regional champions.
This is the team that everyone was betting on. They had a tough grand final. Wasn't the easiest one they've seen. Optic Gaming putting up a great fight, but in the end, It's Cloud9 closing out your best of 7 in 6 games. One of the most difficult roads they've had on land so far, but they will now walk up and hoist the trophy.
A huge congratulations. I know you can't be here with us, but trust me, we can feel you at home. Congratulations to Cloud9.
All right.